What new thing can I say about the new Sony 16-50 kit lens? It looks nicer. Now, I said this to a friend of mine and he said a bad word to me. He called me a name. I'm not going to repeat it online, but it was a word that one uses for people who are more concerned with appearances than function. And I was slightly taken aback, I don't mind saying. But then when I thought about it, I thought, you know, actually, everything about photography is visual. Why shouldn't we care what our cameras look like? Look at that beautiful shape. It's nicely funneled, in contrast to the old Sony kit lens, which bulges like one of King Alfred's burnt cakes. And there's something else about it too. It has a matte finish. The old kit lens had a glossy finish, whereas most of the cameras that it went on had a matte finish. And this A5100, my favourite walk-around camera, also has a matte finish. The lens matches the camera properly. The lens even has a slightly greyish colour, which is, well, a little bit like the camera has, whereas the old kit lens was absolutely jet black and shiny, and it did not match the camera. All right, enough said about the appearance of the lens, but I'll say something else too. I was trying it out, and I was sure that I was getting better pictures with it. Now, all the lenses and specifications that I've been able to look up say that optically this lens is exactly the same as the old kit lens. And yet I was looking at the pictures that I'd taken on the viewfinder and thinking, I'm sure they're sharper. So I made a little chart type thing. Now, it isn't studio, but here's a chart, and I took a load of photographs with the new kit lens and the old kit lens of the chart. I took them by hand. I didn't, make a big thing out of it. I didn't set up a studio or stabilize the lighting or anything like that. The lighting outside was changing, so heaven only knows how accurate it was. But look at this little QR code in the corner. I found that very telling. And the results I was getting from the new kit lens and the old kit lens of that little bit of QR code in the corner turned out to be pretty much identical. So moving on, the reviewers say that this new kit lens has got a better stabilization system in it. Both lenses are stabilized, optically stabilized. This one is supposed to be faster to stabilize and faster to focus. Focus motor is supposed to be better. Well, maybe that's it, maybe the stabilization was working better and stabilizing my handheld shots. But even if optically and technically this is more or less the same as the old kit lens, I don't regret getting it. It just completes the camera. I don't know how else to say it. And it's revived yet again my feeling that Sony ought to update the A5100 with this kit lens, with one of their up-to-date APS-C sensors, with better processes for better heat dissipation, with a true flip-up screen. Screen? Hopefully not. A screen. A true flip-up screen. Not one of those nasty little cantilever screens that you get on the A6000 series. And possibly even a microphone socket. Now, I wouldn't want to sacrifice the flash in favor of a shoe, because I believe that this camera and cameras, compact interchangeable lens cameras of this type, are for people that want them as walk-around cameras for all kinds of situations. They're not studio cameras. And so flash I do find useful and I do use, and I wouldn't want to sacrifice it for a shoe. And then I was thinking, well, what's the point of having a microphone socket without a shoe? If you're going to plug in an external microphone, you've got to have somewhere to put it, haven't you? And so then I looked at the Sony range, asking myself, well, are there any Sony cameras that have a microphone socket but no shoe? What do you think? Yes, there is one, and it's one of the most famous Sony cameras. It's the RX100 Mark VII. It has a microphone socket but no shoe. So you plug a microphone into the RX100 Mark VII. Where are you supposed to put the receiver? Doesn't matter. You know, you can work that one out. You can have it dangling down. You can put on an accessory like this one. You know, you can have a cage. You can, I don't know, do what the hell you want, but at least the microphone socket's there. Update the audio system and microphones, because the audio, the onboard audio on this A5100 is not very good. Keep it slim. Don't make it fatter. Put in a new sensor, and there you would have, I think, a really popular walk-around interchangeable lens camera. Another thing I like about the A5100 is the shutter and the sound of it. When you take a photograph with this camera, you really know you've taken a photograph. Listen to this. Cameras are physical things, you know. We like the look of them. We like the feel of them. I would say even that we fondle our cameras, ladies and gentlemen. We fondle our cameras. We like touching them.